Why don't you why don't you play the ballad for me? Because maybe since our last lesson, maybe something has changed from the recording you made. Okay, so we can see how it's going now.
You mean I will play direct for you? Okay.
I'm just, that's great. I'm just writing down some things to remind myself. Long phrase. Okay. Look, this is excellent playing. You're doing really great. There's a lot to work on, but of course, with almost anybody who would play this piece, there's a lot to work on this piece. It's an incredibly rich piece, this fourth ballade. And, each of the four ballades is a special and unique creation of Chopin. And for me, each of the ballades tell a story. And so there's a way of playing where the audience feels like a story is being told. It's really a ballad, some sort of drama is unfolding. And for me, actually, I like, for the first ballade, I like to think that it's Oedipus Rex, the story of Oedipus Rex, who killed his father and then made love with his mother and then found out, and it was such a horrible discovery that he plucked his eyes out. And if you put that story onto the first ballade, it fits wonderfully. Nobody's, they say it's based on some poem by Adam Mickiewicz, but I find it's completely, I just made it up, but it works emotionally. Like, when you think of it like that. The second ballade, everybody knows, it's a quiet village, and then the dam breaks and this horrible flood comes, a torrent of water comes and sweeps the village away, and people are drowning, going, "Mama, mama," and it's desperate, yeah? And at the end, there's just a new lake, and the village is now buried under the water of the new lake, and everything is quiet again, yeah. The third ballade I like to think of as a vignette of a forest love scene, like da 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 da. That's the girl came. "Oh, hello. Would you like to come and play with me?" And then da 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 da. The young man says, "Oh yes, of course I would." And then the whole thing unfolds, and it's like a pas de deux. She has her solo in this part, and, that part, and then the young man had his solo, and afterwards they actually consummate their love. So for me, that's another story that I made up, but it makes the third ballade work wonderfully when you think of it like that. But this fourth ballade, I've never been able to come up with a story for it, because for me, it's more internal. It's a person's emotional state. A person is sad and nostalgic and remembering something from the past, and then, the second thing, this beautiful memory, and now he's remembering, but is so happy that he's not even sad about it anymore. And then later on, all hell breaks loose. He's like, at the end, it's like, no, that world is gone forever, and it's Armageddon. It's a catastrophe. It's the end of the world. It's the end of my world. Yeah. So it's more difficult because you can't put an external program on it so easily. But it's obviously this shifting series of emotional states. From this sublime opening, which is just peaceful and like heaven, and then this loneliness of. So intimate, so bittersweet, and then just sweet, and rocking, gentle, like a lullaby, yeah? So I liked your playing a lot. I felt in terms of the technique and the sound, it's very, very good. But there's a lot of things we can work on because you need more changes in emotional color. So how does a pianist get change in emotional color? Well, you actually have to change the color of your instrument. So you have to play a little softer, or a little more left pedal, or a little less right pedal, or a little more the left hand, less the right hand, or a little more the right hand, less the left hand. There are many ways we can change the color. But these colors, the motivation to change the color has to come from a change in the emotions. Like you have to feel, oh, this part's very dramatic. Oh, and this part's very tender. And this part is ecstatic. And this part is despairing. So those four that I just mentioned, there are two that are positive and two that are negative. Dramatic, foreboding is negative. And despair, empty and sad and depressed, that's negative. And tender and intimate like a mother with a baby, that's positive. And ecstatic like, wow, that's very positive. So if you even had those four colors, and like a computer, you go through and you say, okay, measures 1 to 10, I'm going to do gentle inward. Then measures, where are we? So this is, I'm not telling you to do this, but I'm saying this is, if you did it from measure 8 to measure 37, despairing and empty. And then measure 39, again, inward and quietly ethereal, like a divine vision. And then again, 46, despairing or crying out against the despair. And then again, when the counterpoint comes, something new. And then again, the second theme, again, dolce. And then all these variations, these filigree variations, measure 108 and so on and so forth. Actually, 10, oh no, it's earlier. It's measure 100, yeah? So we need, if you even had those four colors, and like a computer, you said, oh, I'm going to do color 1. Oh, I'm going to do color 3. Here I should do color 2. Then your playing would begin to have form. So now you went from beginning to end, and I heard all the different notes, but they all had the same color. So I hear the fourth ballade, but it's kind of formless. You have to do more to shape it, to say, here it's this emotion, but there it's that emotion. And so we have to go through and discover, how can we make those colors? But we have to realize the motivation for those colors comes from an internal emotional state. It's like, of course, the pianist, you cannot really be totally despairing, because if you're totally despairing, you couldn't play. But somehow the despair has to be strong enough in you that you understand it and you feel it and you live it as you're playing. So that's the difficult work of any artist, is you put yourself in a particular emotional state, but not totally, because then you couldn't play. But strongly enough in that emotional state that it influences the way you play. It's a very, very high artistic goal, and a very difficult one to achieve. But I think if we work and we have that in mind, we can work towards it. Now, so to make the opening more ethereal and inside and very tender and very gentle, can you start with an extraordinary kind of a touch? Now the touch needs to be singing, right? Yeah, it needs to be, the sound needs to be singing. But look at my arm. Look. Do I go down at all? You see my... I'm never going like this, watch. I never go like this. You see? That downward movement makes it heavy. So although my fingertips are going down, the key is going down. Yeah. So I know in my book, The Craft of Piano Playing, I use this as a overholding exercise. Overhold, 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 overhold. Yeah. So that exercise is just the preliminary basis for that. Because if you practice it like that, overhold, 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 then your hand has control over these notes. But that's not living music. So I did not, unfortunately, in The Craft of Piano Playing, I did not go on and explain, now, it has to be floating. So now, instead of grabbing those notes and holding them, and grabbing those notes and holding them, the same muscles are working that would grab them, but now those muscles launch the hand up, and up, and up, and up, and up, and... So every time the fingers play, it goes up more, and every time... And now it doesn't go up, 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 up. It's gradual up. But you see, somehow I conspire to eliminate all the sense of down. So literally, the fingertip is the only thing that goes down. Everything else, I'm feeling up inside, up inside, up inside, up inside, up inside, up inside. Sorry. You understand? Do you see what I'm doing? Up, up, still up, still up, still up, still up. So, you know a hang glider, a paraglider? The person hangs from the big sail and they glide through the air, they fly with no motor, yeah? So, this hand here, my hand, is like a hang glider. So the hang glider is gliding, and the person's feet are just touching the ground, 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 touching the ground. That's how light the feeling is. So this exercise that I gave in The Craft of Piano Playing, that's a very good exercise to control, but it's on the ground. Now we make it a paraglider. You see how it lifted off? It started floating. Could you try that, please? It's fantastic. Great, great, Nhat Anh. This is very good. This is very good. This is excellent. Already, it's very, very good. Now, could we, sometimes, I'm not sure whether it's the internet or whether, but sometimes I feel like when you play a note, there's an impact, right? It's like, look, like the key hits the bottom, right? I'm wondering if it's possible to play that note with no sense of impact. So actually my key never gets to the bottom. Do you know what the escapement is? The escapement? Yeah, so the escapement's about here, right? Oh, wait a minute. There it is. So, and now you see there's a little, like I go down, oh, there's the escapement, and now I go a little farther. Could you play these and literally go to the escapement and do not go down to the bottom? Oh, yep. The second one was good. Did you hear? The second note you played was a softer sound. It was more velvet. It was And that's because there was no impact. That's a special, try that again. Try to get that softer, not with the soft pedal, but it's as if you put the soft pedal down because it's so soft, it's so velvet. That's right. There you go. Bravo. Bravo. Did you hear the change in your sound? This is a magical sound. Yeah. For me, this opening, the opening of this ballad is one of the most difficult passages in the literature. I heard Vladimir Horowitz play this live. And like it was very good. But I felt it can be more mystical. It can be more like a vision of heaven. And that vision of heaven comes from no impact, no impact. Play the escapements. Do not play the bottom. Do not play the key bed. Play the escapements. Play the escapements. Like that. Now, the left hand does not do that. The left hand is very special. So that is a little deeper. Not much deeper, not of course, but a little deeper. So the left hand is a little deeper and the right hand is a little deaf. Oh, you can't see. Hold on a sec. Let's see if I can. Let's see, can you see now? See, I actually hold the left hand notes. I hold the left hand key longer. You see the difference? Show me that difference. Show me the left hand alone, please. It's good. Look, start a little lower, the forearm, and move forward a little more, like this. That's it. That was it. Everything you do sounds. Everything you do sounds. So if you just slightly change your choreography strategy, it was a little deeper expression. The first time we played it was beautiful. It was very good. Da, 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 da. And now this one was a little deeper. Dee, da, dee, da. It was a little more rich. It had a little more smell to it. It grabs the heart of the listener just a little bit more. You see, so every little change in the angle of my forearm will change the sound. Will change the expression. Okay? Try it one more time with that slightly lower forearm to get a little more intensity. Yeah? One more. Bravo. Can you add the right hand? And now, so you feel the difference between your hands as you're playing. Ah. Okay. Nhat Anh. Begin both hands a little lower. And when the right hand and when you start to play, begin to move before the first note. You see? Did you see? You're playing like this. You're solid. And then you begin to move. But look. Already you're liquid. Already you're moving. And when you move this arm forward, do not move the left hand forward. Look. This one forward. And now the... Oh, look, you can see my other hand in the mirror. Look. Right hand goes and now the left hand goes. Did you see that?
Yes.
Try. Ah, yeah. Yeah. So what caused that accent? It was beautiful, and then there was an accent. So what caused that accent? The accent is caused when there's a cessation of movement. You see? My arm is liquid. It's liquid. It's liquid. Liquid, liquid, liquid. Oh, it got solid. I grabbed on. So the trick is to play, and you never grab. You see, I don't look like I'm moving a lot, and yet internally I'm always liquid. I never grab on. Never, never, never. Somewhere else you'll grab on. For instance, here. There I'm going to grab on almost everything because I want it declamatory. I want it rhetorical. Like, oh, now I will tell you the most intense part of the story. Ah, what happened? You see, it gets... So there you want to actually grab on. But here, no, no, no. You understand? Try. Bravo. Bravo. That was fantastic. I think you understand. It's literally when my hand becomes less material, less solid, more fluid, then the music becomes more spiritual. It's a very peculiar phenomenon. But you can really, you hear it and you feel it. Yeah, great. That was good. Now we get to the left hand. So the left hand in general, there are many, many places where the left hand strategy has to be just a little bit different from what you're doing. And I'm going to jump way forward now. We're going to jump to a completely different part of the piece. Because here's the easiest place where you can learn that left hand, the way I want you to do it. And where that place is, it's measure 152, where he returns to F minor after the whole middle section where, it's just after the recapitulation. Measure 152. This one. That part there. Okay? So, would you play me the left hand alone there, please? This thing. That thing there?
I play with pedal or audio without pedal. Pedal.
A little bit of pedal. Okay, so you see here in many places in this ballad, I felt you were too agitato. There's many places where, because there's a changing harmony, like he's modulating somewhere, and you have to kind of less agitato, so we feel, oh, now this new harmony comes. But here, you need to be more agitato. So look. Yeah. Yeah. So you see, my arm is somehow very active. So how do I get my arm so active like that? So you went like this, and now you're going to put your arm over here. So you go like this, and now I put my arm there. I'm putting my arm here already. I'm already thinking, I've got to put my fifth on F. 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 So, and then I do the same movement for the next group. So basically, my left arm goes to the inside. It goes to the inside. So Nhat Anh, could you please play the first two notes and then angle your hand like this as much of the inside as you can. Hold on a second. I'm going to show you a picture. I'll show you a picture. Hold on. Yeah, this one. Better get my headphones back on. Do you have this book?
Not yet.
Yeah. Yeah, this is Pianist's Pointers. It's some of the Pianist's exercises, but with photographs to show just how you do it. So look from the top to the bottom. You see how the hand angles more and more to the inside. So I want you to do that as you're playing. Exactly that hand movement. On the note C. And then for the A flat, you will do it even more. But it's that kind, you see the bottom picture? It's that kind of a feeling. Even this one especially. Maybe not that extreme, but the feeling is that you're doing it leaning to the inside that extreme. Try to feel that. So please do this and do that thing that you saw in the picture. Try. Oh, no. Ah, that's what's screwing it up. Listen. You go like this, and what you did, you reached for the A flat with your thumb. Thumb says, oh, I have to play A flat. Don't do that. Look, that's because when you reach for A flat with your thumb like that, that blocks the movement. Because now you got your A flat, but the movement, it's like the thumb hit a wall. It hits a wall. Bam, like that. So instead, now, I'm not going to reach for my thumb with my thumb for A flat. I'm going to move my arm. I move my, so now look, Nhat Anh. Move your hand to the inside, your wrist to the inside, and leave your thumb dead. Okay, like that. You see, my thumb is totally dead. It does not reach at all. Don't think of A flat. So go like this and leave your thumb next to your second finger. Please, show me. That's it. And now, Nhat Anh, you're here, so now go here. Go like this, and now lean more. As if you wanted to put your second knuckle on a black key. Try. That's it. Do that again and feel what releases in your arm. Now, do you feel the farther you lean over, the more something releases in your arm, your forearm, your upper arm, your shoulders? Everything's releasing. Do it again and feel that release. That's it. And now don't go so high. Look, don't go so high. Just lean already before you stood up completely. It'll release even more. Now lean. That's right. And now only when you've leaned as much as possible, then you play the A flat. But you'll see, you will hardly have to activate your thumb at all. You won't have to stretch your thumb. Your thumb maybe stretches a tiny, tiny bit, but it's almost nothing because the arm did all the work. Because when the thumb stretches out, you get tense. When the arm goes like this, you get relaxed. So now, would you please do this, Nhat Anh? Would you go like this? Angle. Stay on the A flat and angle and lean over the same way. So now we're leaning literally like this picture right here. Yeah? But now, in this picture, I'm standing on my third finger or my second finger, I don't know. But now you'll do the same thing standing on your thumb on A flat. But you see how far you lean? Lean. Lean way over, way too far. Go too far on purpose. That's it. Great. Now, the second knuckle a little more forward. You see? Now my second knuckle goes not just to the side, but forward. Bravo! Do you feel your arm transform? Your arm changed, right? Okay, do it again. And feel what's going on in your arm when you do exactly that direction. Great. One more time. That's wonderful. Feel your arm. That's right. Your arm feels very different. Great. Wonderful. And now do this. And move your arm like that. So. And just keep going. Bravo. 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 And now, keep that feeling in your arm. This feeling of your arm. I took a lot of time to prepare it but it's this. That feeling in your arm is used many, many places in this piece. So now try this. And go like that. Same feeling, 6 notes instead of 3 notes, and you still go too far. Try. Yeah. Good. Good. And stop. Yeah, so the ya, da, dee, da, da, da. Way over here. And then stop. Bravo. And stop. Great. So did you feel how wonderful that felt? It feels much better, eh? You feel totally free. You don't feel kind of like you're working hard. It's easy. And did you hear how much the sound changed? The sound is very different, yeah? That's a real phrase. It's an accompaniment phrase, but it's a phrase. Chopin puts slurs over those notes, right? So that one slur for 6 notes, you see that arm movement, which makes that slur, it's way more than we think. And then, to teach the brain and to teach the nervous system, we even do more than what we will do in performance. Because we create a picture that's exaggerated. And then the brain can figure out, oh yeah, it's like that. Because you did too much on purpose, so the brain can really feel it, yeah? And why do people not do this when it sounds so well and it feels so well? People don't do it because they're worried about the next group. They go like this. oh, I have to play the next bass note. Then they never finish the gesture. Now watch. So finish the gesture, and oh my God, when you finish the gesture, it's actually easier to get the next bass note. Because when you go like this, it's like you kind of hit a wall. And you tense up. No wall, you don't tense up. And there's the bass note. You go around the circle. Okay? Yeah? So you see, but you must rehearse very slowly. Don't arrest the movement before you've completed the movement. And then you can go here. That's why I had you do this and rest. Because now for sure you're not thinking about that bass note too much in a way that's going to screw it up. Now, let's go forward. Let's go to measure 169. There. Left hand alone. Remember this picture? Yeah? Remember that picture? There's another one over the page. Look at the picture at the top of this page, in the middle. In the middle, yeah? So that's also, it's the same kind. So think of your hand, your arm and your wrist is always ahead of the hand. You go like this, and the wrist is in front, and it's dragging the hand along. The forearm and the wrist drag the hand along, and the hand is behind. And you go like that. Slowly, but to feel it. Okay, that's already better. And you see, it's nowhere near what I was doing. Like, look, you did this. I'll do it closer so you can see. You angled your hand that much. You see, the second knuckle goes a little that way. Yeah, I was doing this much. You did this much. No, you did about a centimeter. I do 2 more centimeters. And you'll notice when you do that, the notes are like bubbling pearls. You see, watch. The notes become like bubbling pearls. They only become like that when you take all the stress away. And you take all the stress away by going too far like this. So try doing way, way more than you think. Like this photograph here, okay? Yeah. Okay, what you did at the very last note, do that on the second note. You did this on the very last note. Do that already here. I'm almost lying down. You see, I'm almost lying down, like I almost put my second knuckle on the keys. Like, almost put the second knuckle on the keys. See, the second knuckle is literally almost on the keys. It's very extreme. Try it, but it's very slowly. Do it like a Feldenkrais lesson. Like, oh, I'm just feeling, I'm leaning so far over. You should be leaning so far over that you think it's impossible to play. Nobody could play like this. And then, well, let's just try. Okay, try that. I love it. Great. Yeah, it's already very different, eh? Like, Nhat Anh, you're only doing about 50% of what I want. I want even more than that. But even what you're doing, it's a huge change for you, and it's very good. Already you feel, oh, my fingers are lighter. It's like going through melted butter. It's so easy. And there's a special sound, like when you play like that with a little bit of pedal. Oh, crap. I'm getting caught up in my wires. I have a LAN cable here, so I have a really good internet connection. And I just got caught in it. Hold on, let me get a little closer so I can, this wire here is too, oh. Okay, hold on a second. You see, when you get your hand far enough like this, the fingers, the fingers actually never touch down. The finger never goes to the bottom of the key. All of those are done on the escapement. All of them. So when you angle your hand, so I call this thinking outside the box. Do you know this, the 9 dots, and they say connect the 9 dots with only 4 lines? Do you know that puzzle? No? No. I'm actually going to show it to you. Look. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you see, you have 9 dots, and you must connect all the dots with only 4 lines. And it's impossible. It looks impossible until I'll do it like that so you can see. You go outside the box like that. Do you see what I did? I went outside the box. The first line went up too far. And then it can work. Actually, I did it wrong. I did it wrong. I did it wrong. Sorry. Hold on a second. I completely did it wrong. You go outside the box, and then outside the box, and then back into the box, and finish. Like that. Now I did it good. That one, yeah, sorry. So you see, and so this phrase, thinking outside the box, has become a classic description of creative thinking. You have to find a solution that's outside your normal skill set, that's outside the normal things you are used to doing. And so here's a case in point. If I'm gonna, almost like I'm falling down. So it looks like I can't even play like that. And then you discover you can play like that, and you discover you can play better like that. So even if you did only 50% of what I wanted, you already found this magic, pearly, light, fluttery, bubbling, and magically even, like unbelievably even. Like, listen to this. Nobody can play more even than that. That's totally even, and it's actually, that's just as even. But I will never get that even but with just my fingers. I have to use my arm. When I use my arm, that's what gives me that evenness. So here. You see? So you work on that. You think outside the box. You put your wrist farther to the inside than you imagined is possible. And now, let's jump forward again to measure 191. Here. It's the same thing. Go over here. Go over here. So again, it's difficult when it's this note because it's a black note. But if you go over more, go over more, go Go very far to the right, even though you have to go back to the left. You don't care about going, because when you go too far to the right, it makes it easier. It makes it easier to go back to the left. It's like pulling a slingshot, and then you let the slingshot go. So I'm going to pull the slingshot, and then let the slingshot go back the other way. Okay, try that, please. Left hand only. Good. Bravo. That was fantastic, Nhat Anh. You're starting to really get it. Okay, so now we'll move on because we have a lot to do. I'm going to skip over the coda because it's a little bit like that in much of the coda, but it's not so much. I'm just finding spots where it's really very, very much the wrist to the inside, and so that would be at measure 227. Sorry. So that one there, at the codetta, actually, okay? The first codetta. So there it's the same thing. Move the wrist to the inside. Now, people don't do it because they think, oh, I've got to play my bass note. But if you move further, you see that? See that? Then each little three-note group has a wonderful shape, and it's alive, and it's bubbling, and it's agitato. And if you don't do that movement, you will lose some of your agitato energy. It will not be as much. So would you please try the wrist to the inside, the wrist to the inside. I don't give a hoot for the next bass note. I'm just moving my wrist to the inside. I will get my next bass note. Because when I move my wrist far enough to the inside, it frees me, and then I can get the next one. So try that very slowly. To the inside. 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 And you stop. Here. Wait. Just feel how it feels to go totally to the inside. To not constrict the movement. Do not minimize the movement. Go as far as you can to the inside. And wait, and then go on to the next three-note group. Try. Yeah. More. The first one was better. No. You're not doing it all. Go to the inside. You see, you're thinking about the next bass note. Everybody does it. Don't worry about the next bass note. Worry about doing your job. It's going to the inside. Then, only when you've gone completely to the inside are you allowed to think about the next bass note. So wait. Don't go on. Wait until you did your job. No. Don't play in time. Don't play in time. Don't play in time. Because when you play in time, you don't give yourself a chance to feel, oh, I'm going to the inside. Oh, I'm going to the inside. You must practice this not playing in time until because your brain doesn't get it. Your brain has to figure out, oh, that's a very different feeling. And again, when you do it here, the arm will let go, but it only lets go when you go completely to the inside on the thumb note. Try again. I'm sorry to be so pedantic. Yeah, that. Next. Yes. That's it. Bravo. Great. Yes. Bravo. Yeah. It's marvelous. Yeah. Bravo. And then here, stand on the thumb. You see what my thumb did? Watch my thumb. Like that. The thumb says, go away, hand. The thumb stands the hand up. See, my thumb is pushing my hand up. Do it. No. It pushed your wrist up. It's the wrong octave. Your right hand is. Look, you pushed your wrist up. That's. No. You're. The second knuckle here, that's not the wrist. The second knuckle is the second knuckle. You see, the wrist stayed down. Try. Bravo! You're in the wrong octave. It's really just here. It's not here. It's... Yeah? Not the wrist. Not the wrist. The second knuckle. Look at my second knuckle. It's higher than the wrist. Not much higher. But you see, the wrist, as soon as this is upside down, it doesn't work. The second knuckle higher than the wrist. Just a little bit. You see? Almost even, but you see the second knuckle is maybe 2 millimeters higher than my wrist. Try. Yes! Did you feel? The sound changes totally. That's a chord. Did you see? The sound, it got totally orchestral. I hear 4 voices. When I stand up fully on my second finger, and the thumb helps my second finger stand up fully. So even when I'm going very fast, it's the same. And if I do this, then all the notes are the same. They're not 4 orchestral voices. It's just a chord. These ones have individuation, the 4 voices. This is not a voiced chord. It's just a block chord. It's very good, but this one's better. You understand the difference? So don't. That's it. You must be very disciplined. That is not done with the wrist. It is done with the fingers and the thumb and the hand. And then, of course, everything is involved but subsidiary. The hand is the principal thing, and then everything else follows. But if the wrist does that or the elbow does that, then the hand is dead. Now we're going to go back to the beginning of the piece. Oh, sorry. Where am I? Oh, I'm in the third ballade. I'm in the wrong place. Okay, we're going back now to measure 2. Measure 2.
With both hand or only left hand?
Well, why did I do this huge digression? We jumped all over the piece and all the left hand, and always the idea was put the wrist to the inside, put the second knuckle to the inside, lie down the hand to the inside. Why? All of that so that we... So all of that was so that when I play this very simple little passage, that I move, that I do the same kind of feeling in the left hand. I love it. I love it. I love it. Bravo. Bravo. I love it. It was so warm. It was so tender. There was nothing forced about it. No struggle. Just easy. Like a gentle massage for my ears. This, and strangely enough, we did like a physical strategy. We changed it. But the emotions are very, very clear now. Very, very rich emotional feeling of tenderness. So this is what we're really afterwards. I keep talking about these physical strategies, but they're all aiming to get at a certain emotional world where, oh, it just feels tender. It feels nice. Oh, it's nice. Yeah, you did it beautifully. Yeah, that's it. But you see, it's quite a big change to angle the hand like that. So I wanted to make sure you would really do it beautifully here. So we practiced in all these other places in the ballad where it's a similar idea. Okay? And now it's going to be, but it's going to be the same idea. This is very good, but here, I angle it a little more to the inside, and then, if I do that little angling to the inside, I get 3 voices. This is a good chord. This is an orchestrally voiced chord because you see, my thumb and my second are more independent from each other here than they are here. Here, my thumb and second are a little independent, but here, they are much more independent. Yeah? And some people do this, 1, 2, and I like to do like this, thumb, 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 thumb. So that I maintain the independence between my thumb and my fingers, and that top voice has something special. You see what I'm doing? I don't know whether you want to do that or not. I don't want to change your fingering if you're already used to the other fingering. But in any case, you get to the inside. 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 And you see how my arm is moving? If I move far enough to the inside, now I have a lovely arm movement for the second chord. So there's no chance of that second chord getting a bang because there's a lovely arm movement. If I don't move my arm enough to the inside, there's nowhere to go for the movement to the outside. Now I can do a much nicer, so you see it's more rocking. The whole thing becomes more rocking. Would you try that, please? Left hand alone. Oh, wrong notes. It's the second bass note is here. There's only one like this, then one like this. And now, Nhat Anh, this is very, very good, but could you do one more thing? Could you turn your hand so that the fingers point more to the outside? And so here, the thumb is more forward. Don't do it like this. Turn the hand so it's more like that. Okay. This is wonderful. Yeah, this is fantastic. But of course, now I told you, go too far to the inside, but now this music requires something different. If I go too far to the inside, I really can't play the next chord. So I'm going to go, and I'm not going to go that far to the inside. I'm going to start, I'm already to the inside when I start, and now I go to the outside. Sorry. So once I play, I don't go more to the inside. Once I play, I start going towards the outside. I begin inside, go outside. Begin inside, go outside. I love it. Wrong note. I love it. You see, those bass notes, somehow you didn't learn them right. There's only, in those 5 bass notes, only 2 are the lower octave and 3 are the upper octave. It's 1, you understand? There's only, yeah. So you learn too many low bass notes. You have to look at your score. So do you feel that's all we need to do for the first theme after the introduction? Once you make that change in your left hand, your right hand is already beautiful. You play it beautifully. Yeah? But when you get this movement in the left hand, it's more like a lullaby. It's more rocking. And we will not have so much, oh, I go a little faster and I go a little slower. Go a little faster, go a little slower. This speeding up and slowing it down to the tempo, but sometimes it's a cheap way of being expressive. This lullaby feeling is a deeper way of being expressive, I feel. Okay? Now, so we have this. These have to be sensitive. Never just repeat it 1, 2, 3, 4. No. I feel this one, I feel this one, I feel this one. I ride the key up and down. I feel the key going up and just feeling the key going up and down gives me a special expression. It's not mechanical. And now I linger. Because that's a moment, oh, now we're in A flat major. You played A flat major, it was the same like your F minor. A flat major cannot be the same. Now we're in B flat major. Then this has to be more patetico. Yeah, not the same color. More a gentle color. So A flat major, more open, more rich. D flat major, much, much gentler, much more tender. Because so this harmony is one of the strangest harmonies in the whole piece. You just played it like it was a normal harmony. Yeah? So that strange, we went from F minor, oh, I'm kind of sad. Dancing, sad. Oh, A flat major, I'm a little more happy, still dancing. D flat major, very tender, very tender. And then this strange half diminished to get from D flat major back to F major, F minor eventually, yeah? So I don't know what you have to do, like how, but you have to be thinking. F minor is one emotion, A flat major is another emotion, D flat major is another emotion, and the turn half diminished seventh back is a fourth emotion, maybe the saddest of all of them. And somehow you have to make me feel all that. So it's going to be better when your left hand has this dancing, when the choreography is really worked out. Now I'm going to do something weird. I'm not going to ask you to play that now. I'm going to ask you to you work out the left hand, and then you use this week to explore And then maybe you send me another video of you make another performance in a week's time or something like that and show me what you created, okay? Now, here, this is again, that's another one. You see, I pressed none of those keys down to the bottom. So would you please put your left hand on key and like, you see I'm rubbing my palms? Rub your palms like this. Rub your palms like this. Rub them. Yeah. Yeah. And now rub the left hand palm on the key the same way. The palm on the white keys. The palm on the white keys. It's on the white keys. You feel the white keys rubbing your palm the same way you did like this. Yeah, that's it. You really feel it. Feel it, feel it, feel it. It's a physical feeling of caressing, of contact. It has to be, there has to be contact there. And then you do use that contact. You see? It's all like that. It's all with the palm in contact because it's pianissimo and it's a very strange kind of thing. So he writes legato specifically for the left hand. Specifically for the left hand, he writes that legato. And you do the legato with your palm. You do not do a legato finger. There's no way you can do a legato fingering. But he writes legato specifically for the left hand. It's so interesting that Chopin does that. So he obviously means it's the palm. It's the palm. Yeah? That's right. Bravo, bravo. Can you play like that? Play that for me? Oh, not on, not on. Do not do this thumb curling thing. Don't do that to play these notes. The thumb, watch carefully. I'll do it up here so you can see better. I do not do that because this makes it too loud. This is softer. See how soft it is? Look, watch. This makes it more piercing. This makes it gentler. Do not do that thumb thing. Leave the thumb neutral. Very important detail. It's all in the details. Thumb totally, never curl your thumb. Do not do that. Look at your thumb. You're curling your thumb. You're doing like this. Don't do it. Play it with the thumb extended. The thumb is not curled, the thumb is extended, and you leave it extended the whole time. So you need to discover a whole different way of playing a black note. If the thumb cannot curl, I have to push my whole thumb. I have to push my whole thumb into the black key. It's radically different. Again, it's thinking outside the box, because as a pianist, we're told we must curl our fingers. Curl the fingers, curl the fingers. Of course. That's what we do all the time as pianists. Now, think outside the box. Do not curl the finger. Do not curl the finger. And play legato. You see how it's legato? You see, I'm actually playing legato because my palm is joining the notes. Try. Wow. Okay, this you're going to have to change your brain because your reflexes really want to do this. So I'll give you an exercise. Here's the exercise. Like that. Now watch. My thumb goes forward like this. My thumb goes forward and like that. Yeah. And don't curl it. Actually, as you're playing it, straighten it more, straighten it more, straighten it more, straighten it more, straighten it more. That's it. Yeah. Bravo. Straighten it more, straighten it more. This is an exercise for you. You have to do this every day until you can. And each of these is done. Straighten it more, 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 straighten it more. They're all done like that, all of them. It's a different touch. You have many very good touches. You have to understand. It's not like I'm teaching some sort of beginner. You have very many good touches. But now we're going to give you even more. A few more. So the more of those good touches you have, the greater artist you can become. It's literally, we need many, many possibilities. Because we need many emotions when we play. Not just happy, sad. It's a lot more complicated than that. Wonderful. Okay, now we have to, at measure 56, measure 57, yeah? No, measure 58. He writes crescendo, right? You did the crescendo too soon. Listen, crescendo means piano. When you see crescendo, play soft. Then you can do a crescendo. Many people, they see crescendo, they start playing loud right away. Well then, it's already loud. There's no way you can do a crescendo. You're already loud. To make a crescendo, get soft. Oh, and now you can do crescendo. It's amazing how many people fall into that trap. It's very funny. So, you see decrescendo, play loud. Oh, now you can get softer. When you see crescendo, play soft. That's the preparation to do a crescendo. So here is especially sensitive. Oh yeah, one more thing before we go on. Yeah? Did you see that the note G came late? Every time. Why? Because that turnaround, we're supposed to be we're in B flat minor. Look, this is a cadence in B flat minor. So F is the dominant of B flat minor. But now C becomes the dominant of F minor. And all of a sudden, in one bar, we're back in F minor. Did you see how much I waited? Because we just modulated to B flat minor. We just got there. And now we're going to turn around back. And do you know what a threnody is? A threnody. T-H-R-E-N-O-D-Y. A threnody. It's a kind of a over and over and over again kind of prayer for the dead. A litany is an over and over and over again prayer, but not for the dead. It's just for anybody. So, but this is more a threnody than a litany. It's and he keeps coming back. The form of this ballad is different from the form of all the other ballads. I mean, it is a modified sonata form, but the way he comes back each time to F minor theme, he comes back, and he comes back again, and he comes back again, and later he comes back again. And so this coming back, it's kind of like, it's over and over and over again, the same prayer for the dead, the same prayer for somebody who's no longer with us, yeah? So you have to do that, and then here, I would start these 16th. I would start this, not only would I play softer, so you can do a crescendo, but I would do it secretively. Secret. Like a secret. Like this new line, it's a new element. It's like Bach. He brings in another voice. It's like counterpoint. But you should try to get that line as a secret so nobody notices it's coming in. It's more felt. It's like, oh, wait, what? Don't just punch me in the eye with his new voice. Oh, now it's going to be like Bach counterpoint. No. Gently, like a secret. Then, of course, it grows. The crescendo is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 measures, yeah? But if you start with this secretive little tentative introduction of this new voice, then over those 5 measures you can really open to the A flat major. You understand? Yeah, great. Good. I can't work with you on every bar, so I'll just, in certain places we'll work in detail, in certain places I'll just give you suggestions for coloring the music, for bringing the musical structure out more. So, for instance, this measure 76, this leggermente, if you can play it lighter and faster, it should really be faster. There's no academic sort of need to keep the same tempo. He writes a Celerando and then leggermente, so that this should be played, historically speaking, this should be played faster. So just make it as if it was small notes, Chopin's small notes when he does that kind of thing. Just make it like a little cadenza. And you show off your fingers, and of course you still play it vocally with shaping it, but you go faster. And then when he writes ritenuto, then when you come back to tempo. So when I get to here, this is totally new. And all that is introduction. That is not the new solos. Listen, if this is an opera, up until now, there have only been male characters on the stage. Now the female lead makes her entrance. So all this is not the female lead. This is the orchestra. So all this feels like an introduction. Poetical, very lyrical, a magic moment. The moment when the soprano opens her mouth for the first time in the opera. She's such an exquisite creature. She's so sensitive. She's so from another world, like a fairy. So all of a sudden, the storytelling of this ballad takes a totally unexpected turn. So far, we've been very sad. We're kind of sad and lonely and in this other world, and then still this F minor, F minor, F minor. A little bit A flat major, but it doesn't last long. It goes back to the minor. And now it's going to be, the whole theme is going to be in the major. So that's very new. And the way he sets it up. So that's why I want you to, at measure 77, 78, to do the accelerando and play it fast. Because the more you do it like a cadenza, like show off, it's quite full of energy actually. Then this quiet introduction is contrasting. So if you don't go fast, 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 then this back to a lilting tempo won't be so much contrast. So the more brilliant you make the passage before, the more gentle this one will feel. And very subdued, very unassuming. Don't be expressive here. Non-expressive. This is just the orchestra. You see, I played it without any expression. Da-da, bee-bum, bum, bee-bum, bum, bum. Just like a little kid who doesn't even know what expression is. Yeah? And then comes expression. You see how expressive I make it. All my phrases are going around and they're stretching, and then moving forward. Stretch. Yeah? So sometimes you stretch the long note and then sometimes you lilt forward through the... And then here... Yeah, gentle, gentle. It's so lyrical. It's so sweet, 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 sweet. So you cannot play this metronomically. But it's always lilting. Yeah, it's a strange. The lilt is kind of a metronomic thing, but the espressivo is very non-metronomic. So you have these two elements gently working against each other, but somehow together it makes a beautiful thing. So again, can I have you please play from here? And very non-expressive, like play it empty. Try. Yeah, it's too active. Not so active, just non-active. Bum, 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 bum. Try. Bravo. Good. Not on. That was beautiful. That was really it. That's wonderful. Now it's like you're telling a story. First the little introduction comes, then this character appears. Beautiful. When you get to stretch this note, and now make this one longer. Don't run. No, da da da, ya da da. A little bit longer on the high note G. Longer notes longer, shorter notes shorter. It's from the craft of piano playing, right? So here, stretch, then move forward. Yeah? Mm-hmm. Longer, then a little moving forward. Yeah? But you did, you moved forward without the longer one before it. The long G balances the moving forward F, E, F. So balance the short notes with the long notes, yeah? That was very, very good. Can we have once more from here? Yeah? And remember to stretch that G. Wait. Good. Longer on the do. And you did this. But you see, we always have the lilt. And 1, 3, 1, 3, 1. So when you really realize, oh, it has to be rocking, then one, don't rush. Dum, da, dum, da, dum. It's not rocking. Dum, dee, dum, dee, dum. There's something unhurried about this whole section. Yeah? And then when you get to here, keep the rocking even in ritenuto. Yeah? Do not make the first B flat long, because that just breaks the phrase. Long C and lilting B flat. You understand? Okay, now, here, a little trick. So in this passage here, bring out the right hand thumb. Yeah? Would you do that, please? So bring out the... like that. Bravo. And that's how it should sound when you play all the notes. And then here, a little flourish, a little faster. Like a flourish. No, not fast from the F sharp. Like just an accelerando in the second half of the bar. Like that, perfect. Add the other hand. Bravo! Now, would you please play the next hand? Would you please play that for me? Right hand only? Okay, now, and do you see it's a triplet rhythm? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3. Do you see that? So, would you please play it in a funny way? The top note of the chord, play staccato. So play the top line staccato. Could you do that, please? No, play from the beat. Excuse me, not on. The phrase begins here. Okay, so what I want to hear is this. Yeah? I want to hear that. Bravo. So you see, it's a double. Chopin's rhythmic practice is incredibly complex. Because it's a cross rhythm, because 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, That's one rhythm. This is another rhythm. Okay? But there's a third rhythm. So, so that's a third rhythm, which is it's also a 3 against 2, a triple meter in a duple time, but it's a different one from the other one. It's off kilter to the other one. You hear there's 2 rhythms in there. Can you play it so that I hear both of those 2 rhythms, right hand only? Yeah. So you know that the notes where there's 2 notes together, you're always playing that 16th note too long. Like get off the E flat. Get off the C. Get off the A. Get off the B flat. Because you're holding them too long. You're holding them longer than a 16th. And that's what prevents the music from dancing and moving forward. Yeah, don't play that one legato. Don't play the upper line, the second note. That E flat is not legato. The C, the A is not legato. Now I heard it. Did you hear it? You hear the 2 voices dancing. He's got 2 voices within one hand dancing, and they're both dancing in a completely different meter from the left hand. So Chopin was crazy. I mean, but he wasn't crazy. He was a genius, but he loved these cross rhythms. But when you take the time to be aware of all the cross rhythms, then it becomes a thing of it just becomes amazing. So could you keep track of both of these cross rhythms while the left hand is keeping normal time? Try. You have to think. You have to keep track of everything in your head. Go. From here. Yeah, it's great. It's totally screwing your brain up. Excellent. Good. That's what Chopin's trying to do. He's trying to screw your brain up. So try again and go a little slower. Don't try and figure it out. It's a puzzle. Bravo. You see, and now the music makes totally different sense from what it did before. This is what Chopin wanted. He wants you to understand all the elements of the music, all the content of the music. He's making it dance. This is the only bar in all music, not just all Chopin's music, but all music. This is the only bar that dances in that particular way. So if you are really aware of how each voice is dancing in a rhythmically complex context, then you can play it so it sounds well. Of course, you can just play the notes. It'll sound okay, but when you play the notes and your mind is aware of all these elements, and you're following all these elements, it's a miracle. It's a marvel. And this is what Chopin is for. Chopin is meant to sound wonderful. It's meant to sound like amazing, like it opens your eyes and you can't believe it. But you have to do your homework. You have to figure out what is in there. You understand? This is very good. I'm very happy about this. Yeah. And then this whole next section. Yeah, all through there. You notice that his pedal markings are very, very thin. He actually writes only a pedal marking at measure 109, only for half a bar, and only at measure 111 for half a bar. And then measure 112, he starts writing a little more pedal. Yeah? But still, with you, this whole page here, from 108 to 116, lighter pedal, less pedal, more filigree. Do you know what filigree is? Filigree. Filigree is this, the silver makers. They make little jewelry, but it's like many fine strands of silver, like many little tiny threads of silver, and they make a flower out of it. It's called filigree. It's very delicate, very fine lace work. And so you see there are many voices in here. There's two or three voices in the left hand and two voices in the right hand. And if the pedal is too thick, you can't hear all those voices. You have to thin out the pedal. So can I have it from... Can we have it from there, please, with a thinner pedal, if you would be so kind. Good. And now he goes back to, and you see here, there's all sorts of syncopation. Syncopation, syncopation. 4 syncopation. Another. Finally, several notes with no syncopation. 4 syncopation. 2 more. And then none. So I need to be aware. 4 syncopations, a few notes normal, 2 more syncopations, and then he ends the phrase normal. Then he does that again, and then he goes back. No syncopations. He goes back to normal playing, yeah? So you should feel, that's why he writes leggero there. So the syncopations prevent you from moving forward too much. But there you can afford to move forward because now it's not so syncopated. Could you show me all that, please? Faster, 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 faster. You can go. You can go. Sorry. There, it's a waltz, and it's like a motoric waltz. So it needs to accelerate. Yeah, even though it's not written. Because it's just the nature of the music. And here too, he writes these pedalings, but I believe here, if you the modern piano, it's too thick. So on the modern piano, his pedal was much thinner than our pedal. So he wrote those pedalings at measure 112, 112. But I think you should do almost nothing or just very, very thin pedal. Because when it's thick, it loses, then I don't hear leggero. So here you have to do a leggero, okay? So you'll figure out how to, and why do, there it has to be faster, 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 and then back to tempo. Yeah? So you see, it has to rush ahead so that at that point you can come back into normal tempo. So it feels like a relaxation. If you didn't go faster, then it's not going to feel like a relaxation when you come back. Yeah? Now, measure 125. Again, this is... We're in A flat major. And now it looks like he's going to open up and stay in A flat major. He's a little lost, but here it's forte. Here you must broaden. Look at the figuration. It's full chord. You've got all that going on. It's very rich right hand, and you've got all that going on in the left hand. If you don't broaden a little bit to make it maestoso, to make it, it's like triumph. Yes. My hand is damaged, so I can't really play it fully. I love this music. If there's so much going on in the music that if you play it at tempo, I can't hear it all. If you broaden the tempo just a little bit, like a microscopic amount, one metronome marking. This is metronome 80, you go to metronome 79 or something. You know? But literally, the tiniest broadening, and then I start to perceive all the voices that are in there dancing and expressing with each other. Yeah? Can I have from here? Yeah, from there, please. No, you're rushing. You're rushing. Don't do that. This is an exultant moment. It's meant to be enjoyed. If you rush through it, it's like going so fast you don't have time to enjoy it. Do not rush like that. This kind of rushing, this is I call cheap expression. Like, it's sort of chop expression. It's not real expression. Real expression sings da 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 dee da da yum tum tum teem da 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 dee da da yum bum bum. Magic modulation. Don't rush through it. Take time to feel the magic of that amazing modulation. This piece is full of modulations, but this is one of the most amazing and unexpected. So everybody knows this piece, but if you play it with sensitivity, it will still come, oh my God, it'll come as a moment of revelation, this kind of modulation. But you have to feel it and think about it. So please do not rush. No, sing. Yeah, and that much rubato is completely allowed. It's almost necessary. Less than that, and yet we don't really feel it. This is much better, Nhat Anh. Much. This was much more in the spirit. I felt, again, you see, the emotions are changing. You know, this is that double A, That's already a different. That's one. And then this is another. And then another. A third emotion. A fifth emotion. A sixth emotion. It's just changing, changing, changing. Each one of those has to be felt, okay? Very, very good. Yeah, and I love the way now this time when you did the A major, you did a really a beautiful pianissimo all the way and very gentle touch. That's very, very good. Then again, at 134, the dolcissimo. Don't go so fast. Take time. This is it's a magic moment, and here time stops. So here. Yeah, so yeah, it's not, you don't go very slow, but somehow there's a feeling as if time just stopped. So not agitato, but a decoration, but in a kind of a time stopping. And then here, Nhat Anh, you must be totally lost. Were we in A major? I'm lost. I'm lost. So this moment, wait on that note, because this is a question. Okay, we were in A major, now we're in F major, but I'm still lost. An A flat major, my God. But you see how slowly I'm playing? You see this, he writes ad tempo, but I take this ad tempo as a slow kind of lost ad tempo. Yeah? And this is the most lonely one because he has different harmonies here. And now, that's the first time he had that one. Did you hear that amazing 3 notes, how he got you back from A flat major to F minor? This one. Is so painful. So that moment, this is about the most painful moment in the piece right there. Because he was lost, but maybe he'll be found. He was lost again, but maybe he'll be found. Now maybe the third time, really I'll be found, and no. It's the same. It's the same. She's dead. It's all over. Yeah. There's something, we don't know what the story is, but the emotions are obviously there. The harmonies so poignantly and so in such a rich way, they paint an emotional inner state, an emotional experience. Yeah. So that you must think about, and you work on this on your own. Now, this next part we already worked. So this part we already know what to do with it. You have to, that left hand has to move agitato. The right hand is very... Yeah, all that is very, very good, but the 2 hands are not doing the same thing. The left... son, that left hand is very agitato, very moving. You have to use your arm in this new way. This will take time for you to figure out. But the right hand is very assertive. It's as if there was a tenuto bar over every note. So if you just imagine this whole page, except for, of course, not that stuff, but a tenuto bar over every note almost, and then so there's this contrast between the declamatory right hand and this agitato moving left hand. Okay, so it's really like two personalities which are almost at odds with each other. They're not really the same. He wants to go slow. He's always trying to slow down, to be expressive. And this is always trying to run. So they are really at odds with each other. And when you feel how there's this push and pull between them, then the music has a compelling kind of expression. You understand? So that I'm going to leave you to work on yourself. And then here, that you're also going to work on. And when you do that, then the right hand is going to be fine. Because the right hand is going to sing nicely. And then 185. Yeah. So when it's here, do not move forward too fast here. This is the hero aspiring, trying. He's going to win. He's going to triumph. He really is going to do it this time. And if you rush forward too much, then you lose this exultant singing feeling. He's singing a song of triumph. Now, the left hand is pushing forward, but the right hand does not push forward. The right hand sings. So again, they're not really doing the same thing, but somehow they come together. You understand?
Yeah.
And finally, and then almost, oh my God, maybe this is a moment of doubt. Maybe he's not going to triumph. Maybe he's not going to win. Yeah, and then slowly, he falls into a hole. Yeah. And then he gets out of the hole. And again he rises up. And now, that's the moment of full triumph. So, you have to feel the heroism of this whole thing. Yeah? And then, just in the moment of greatest triumph, tragedy. Again. Oh my God, he's not going to win. And then this rage against it. And all that. It's almost like he's raging against his fate. He wants to win. He really wants to win. But he can't. And what's this? This is heaven. He's died. So no matter how slow you, and I love it, dude, you played them very slow, and you move. You never stop moving. Move. Never stop moving, and never stop moving. Never, even if you go very, very slow indeed, you never stop moving. Understand? And that's how you control those chords. So that's a moment of heaven, and then you discover, oh, he didn't go to heaven, he went to hell. And that So again, if you use too much pedal in this last section, then you lose the kind of hellish deformity. Sorry, so that's a very, so these are very, very dissonant harmonies. So you see, there is very, those voices are very close, and there's actually polyphony in there. Did you see in the right hand? There's actually polyphony in the right hand itself. And so if you do too much pedal, we lose all that. But this dense kind of writing on hardly any pedal, then you feel the pain of it, the torture of it. This is hellish. It's like those people in hell, they're on the rack, oh, they're suffering, yeah? So it's a kind of a vision of hell, these 3 pages. And again, he's still struggling to get out, yeah? Yeah. Yeah. So there's all these struggling, trying to get out, this rage against it, this protest. But in the end, there's no escape. Yeah? Here, if you can actually try to keep track of the original meter of the tempo. So I play this with an accent. D flat, F, 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 D flat, F, F, F. You understand? I kept track of the triple meter. I did not. You don't. Anybody can play the groups of 4, but to play those groups of 4 while keeping track of the groups of 3. So. Like that. The rhythm in the last bar of 16th notes. You understand? That's so if you keep track of the triple meter as you're playing what everybody obviously sees as groups of 4 notes, it creates a musical tension. A tension between the melodic element and the rhythmic element. If you just go diddle 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 diddle, then it's just the melodic element, but you've lost the rhythmic element. So that musical tension where both the melodic element and the rhythmic element are kept in your consciousness, it creates a deeper expression. It'll be more crazy. It'll be more intense. The emotion will be stronger. When you just do the groups of 4, it's very dramatic and flashy and everything, but it's emotionally a little bit empty. It's a little bit superficial. And everybody does it. I've virtually never heard that passage played with all the emotional intensity of which it is possible to bring out of it. But to get that emotional intensity, you have to keep in your mind the groups of 4, that's the melodic element, but the groups of 3, that's the rhythmic element, and they both must be there. And then it makes you crazy. It's like, it's a horror. It's like this vision of another world. It really becomes something amazing. Now, we've been working for over 2 hours. I'm wondering, do you want to go on and do the Debussy, or leave the Debussy for another time? Leave. Yeah. I don't hear you. You have to get closer to your microphone.
Yeah, I have question for you.
Yeah.
That in math, PT, I have problem with you. How to
Oh.
learn
What measure number?
PT.
Oh, yeah. Okay, wait. Oh, 50. Okay. Say, so what do you do with that? You should stand up on your thumb more. I'll do it backwards so you can see. So look, I stood up on my thumb way more, and that allows my fingers to be free. So you see, the more I stand up on my thumb, do that for me, please. Yeah, that's, look, not on. When you stand your thumb up, the wrist does not go up. When you stand your thumb up, the middle of the hand goes up and the wrist stays down. You see, look, when your wrist goes up like this, you're blocking your fingers. That's why they can't move. Look, my fingers are free. And now my fingers are totally blocked. Well, look, this movement of your wrist, that blocks your fingers. So unblock your fingers by getting your wrist out of the way. But you have to stand up on the thumb. So stand up on the thumb like this. That won't work. You see, I'm blocking my fingers. And now, I unblocked my fingers. The thumb stands in both cases, but how the thumb stands is very important. The thumb stands to free the hand. Not the thumb stand to push the wrist up in the air. Now the hand is blocked. So the wrist has to learn. The wrist must learn its place. The wrist is in the middle, down here in the middle. You see that? Better. It's better. It's still not good, but it's better. Because now you're like this. Now look, don't forget about the trill. Would you please play the thumb and then play the second finger on G flat and stand up like this. So like this. Like this. With your hand like this. Yeah, but you see your hand looks like this. I want your hand to look like this. Okay, now, so do this. No, do your right hand. I want to see your right hand. I'm doing it backwards so you can see. Now, play like this, and now would you please do this kind of a movement with your arm? Like this, with your arm. And then, that's it. So to play thumb, second, and now move your arm over here to the inside. Move your arm to the inside. Okay, and now stay there, and now play the trill in that inside position. There you go. You understand? Yeah, good. So it was your thumb was the problem. But not only your thumb has to stand more, and the arm has to be at a different angle. And then the fingers are free. Great. Any other questions? Okay. Listen, you've got plenty to work on. This is, look, the better the student, the more talented the student, the more difficult lesson I give them. So you see, this lesson, I gave you a lot to work on, but it's because you are playing very, very well already. So now we can get into the higher artistry of this work. This is one of the great works of all piano literature. And if we want to do it justice, if we want its full nature to come out, we must play it with high artistry. We must play outside the box, find more solutions so that all the emotions can sound, all the different colors. So this was a real an illustration of how an artist works. We don't need to work on technique. You need to work on the artistry, on the emotional content, the musical content, the dramatic content of the work. And this is how it does. Of course, there's a technical element, but all the technical elements relate to a certain sound I want to get, a certain feeling I want to have. You know, I'm looking for these finer feelings in the Chopin, which are sometimes very hard to catch. So if you do these physical strategies, you're going to be that much closer to catching those amazing emotions of Chopin. So I suggest we leave the Debussy for another time, because I think I would like to leave you with this impression of our love for this piece of music, and how can we manifest that love more, yeah? By really doing these things. So you work on this now, and you let me know how you progress. And whenever you want another lesson, I'm ready to work. I'm very, very excited about this. I'm happy with your way of learning. It's very good. Yeah.
I need time to practice.
Pardon me?
Yeah, and next time maybe I will send you message about we will learn.
I'm sorry, you have to get closer to your microphone.
Yeah, maybe I will send you message about or we have done publicity.
I'm sorry, the sound broke up. Try saying it a little slower, because the internet connection got bad all of a sudden. Say it again.
Yeah, maybe I will send you message about the time. Yeah, we will learn publicity.
I didn't hear the catchword. University?
No, can you hear me now?
Yeah, but this the last word you said, felicity or university or something. I didn't hear.
I will send you message about my schedule and the time we will learn the publicity.
Oh, Debussy, Debussy.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, please do send me a message. Well, I'm here. On next Friday, a week today. I travel to Geneva, but that's in the evening. So I'm here through the day. So any day next week, and even well, Geneva. Yeah, we'll see. My schedule is still developing in Geneva. I'm not sure how much free time I will have and how many students I will have. So we'll see. But until next Friday, up until all day next Friday. So any day next week is good for a lesson.
Yeah. I need to have the practice. So
Yeah.
maybe next month, maybe our first of December or middle of December. Yeah, we will.
Oh, sure.
I need to practice more about
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, I like play Debussy than Chopin.
Well, Debussy is much easier in many ways.
Yeah.
Chopin is difficult, but you're doing very well. I hope you don't get discouraged with the Chopin. I feel you're doing very well with it, and now with these strategies today, I think you could play it in a very artistic way. In a way that's it's going to be very special. I feel you have the possibility to really play this piece in a wonderful way. I'm very, very excited. So I do hope you don't get discouraged. You should feel encouraged now. You have a chance to do something quite extraordinary.
Yeah. I hope I will study with you directly. Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's been lovely to work with you. I'm very happy to have the chance, and good luck with this. And do let me know how it's going. If you have any questions, you just send me an email. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay?
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, and have a nice day.
Yeah.